They threw you into the fire, didn't they? They hurled their doubts, their expectations, their sneers, thinking you would crumble, thinking you would bend. They thought your spirit was fragile, easily broken, a clay doll in their hands. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still daring to rise. Do you feel it? That tremor inside your chest, the relentless pulse of defiance? That is life reminding you. They never anticipated your evolution. They never imagined the storm that was quietly brewing within you. They never thought you'd rise from the ashes, whole, because they expected you to be small. They expected you to bow, to fade, to settle for crumbs while they feasted on dreams. But you are the flame they can't comprehend. You are the wildfire that refuses to be caged. They watched you with eyes like hawks, sharp and judgmental. "This is where you'll stay," they whispered, as if their words were chains. "This is the limit of your ambition. This is the boundary of your will." And you listened. For a while, you felt the weight of their disbelief pressing against your shoulders. You felt the sting of betrayal when hands you trusted tried to clip your wings. They thought they had you. They thought the darkness around you would swallow your light. But reality had a different plan. While they were busy writing the story of your defeat, you were quietly rewriting it. While they laughed at your mistakes, you were learning from them. While they underestimated your strength, you were gathering it like fuel, piece by piece, day by day. They thought you'd crumble. They thought their doubts would define you. But look at you now. You are not what they expected. You are something far beyond. It began slowly, almost imperceptibly. A flicker here, a spark there, until suddenly it became a blaze that even the darkest night couldn't hide. You learned to dance with your fears. You learned that pain is not an enemy. It is the raw material of your evolution. Every betrayal, every rejection, every sneer, they became your teachers. Do you remember those nights? The ones when silence wrapped around you like a shroud, and the world seemed cruel, indifferent, empty. You thought you were alone, but that darkness, it was never empty. It was preparing you. It was forging you. The fire consumed the weak, yes, but the fire also reveals the steel hidden inside the soul. You were being refined. You were being tempered. Every hardship bent you, shaped you, sharpened you into something they could not understand. And slowly, imperceptibly, you began to grow stronger. You began to understand the power of your own mind, the depth of your own heart. You discovered that resilience is not born from comfort. It is forged in the furnace of struggle. And you were ready. You were ready to rise. Then came the moment. That first crack in their armor of certainty. That first flicker of doubt in their eyes. Did they really think you'd stay broken? Did they really think their whispers of doubt could drown the roar of your spirit? Watch closely. Notice how they begin to shift. The sneers falter. The judgment hesitates. The confidence they held over you for so long starts to crumble. They are scared now. They see a light in you that refuses to be dimmed. They feel the ground shake beneath them because they realize you are no longer theirs to contain. And this is where evolution begins to terrify those who never believed in it. You are no longer merely surviving. You are thriving. Every scar, every heartbreak, every sleepless night has become a crown upon your head. You wear it proudly, not as a symbol of what was taken from you, but as proof of what you've built for yourself. Look at the chaos they tried to impose on you. It is now a garden of your own making. The storms that once threatened to drown you now dance at your feet. The darkness that tried to consume you has only amplified your light. Do you feel it? The surge of power coursing through your veins? That is not arrogance. That is recognition of your own strength. That is the understanding that no one, no force, no limitation can ever dictate the scope of your evolution again. And they watch, bewildered. They cannot comprehend how someone they wrote off has become untouchable. They cannot fathom that their attempts to break you were the very fuel that ignited your rise. Every doubt they cast, every betrayal they plotted, every sneer they delivered, it has become the stones upon which you built your empire. And now, you stand unshakable. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture it. Picture the fire in your heart, a storm raging around you, yet you are untouched. They try to lash at you with their words, with their judgments, with their envy, but you are no longer a mere participant in their narrative. You are the author of your own legend. The stars themselves seem to bow to your resilience. The winds whisper your name in awe. Every obstacle they imagined could stop you. You have used to propel yourself higher, faster, further than they could ever dream. Did they think you'd crumble? Did they think their whispers would define your story? Look at them now, confused, afraid, irrelevant, because you are becoming unstoppable. And now comes the next revelation. True power is not in the fight. True power is in the indifference to their opinion. True power is in the calm mastery of your own life. They try to provoke you. They try to bait you into their games. But you are beyond it. You have evolved past their petty battles, past their shallow judgments. Your peace is their defeat. Your silence is their confusion. They cannot manipulate what no longer seeks their validation. They cannot influence what no longer bows to their rules. And in that peace, that quiet mastery, you find the ultimate revenge, not through confrontation, not through violence, but through simply being untouchable, unshakable, undeniable. Imagine the crown, not a literal one, but a crown forged in the fires of your trials. Every challenge you faced, every betrayal you endured, every obstacle you overcame has contributed to this crown. Do they see it? No, they cannot. Their eyes are too clouded with envy, too blind with disbelief. But that does not matter, because the crown is not for them. It is for you, for the quiet acknowledgement that you survived when survival was optional, that you rose when the world told you to fall, that you became what they could not imagine. You are a storm they cannot tame. You are a flame they cannot extinguish. You are the evolution they feared. And now you are fully realized, fully evolved, fully awake. You walk into your life not asking for permission, not seeking approval. You walk with the certainty of one who has stared into the void, who has been underestimated, dismissed, betrayed, and emerged stronger, sharper, unstoppable. You are a force, not because they made you this way, not because the world granted you permission, but because you claimed it, because you refused to be broken, because you recognized that your potential was never theirs to limit. And look at them now, confused, jealous, powerless. While they stagnate, you soar. While they debate, you create. While they tremble, you rise. You are no longer just surviving. You are defining the very essence of evolution itself. And the beautiful irony is, they can never understand it. So breathe deeply. Feel the weight lift off your shoulders. Feel the light that was always inside you finally blaze without restraint. They cannot touch this. They cannot diminish what you have built. They cannot stop the evolution that they once tried to crush. And now, in this quiet victory, in this undeniable triumph, you realize the truth. You do not need their validation. You do not need their approval. You do not need their recognition. You are enough. You are infinite. You are unstoppable. And as you walk forward, remember this. Every obstacle they placed, every betrayal they plotted, every doubt they whispered, it was never a weapon against you. It was the catalyst. It was the spark. It was the forge that shaped you into the force they could never contain. You have evolved. You have ascended. And they will always remember the day you chose to rise, because they can't handle your evolution. They never saw it coming, did they? The quiet moments you spent alone, plotting your return, plotting your rise, the moments when the world laughed at your struggle, thinking it would consume you. But you were building something they could never touch. They were too busy playing small games while you were constructing an empire in the shadows. Do you feel the weight of that? Every betrayal, every harsh word, every closed door, they were bricks for your foundation. And now, with each step you take, the walls around you grow taller, stronger, unshakable. They thought they could intimidate you. They thought they could chain your spirit. But spirit is not a thing to be tamed. It is a storm, a wildfire, a force that demands respect. Look at them. Do you see the fear, the hesitation, the envy? They thought they controlled the narrative. They thought they could define your limits. And yet, here you stand. Proof that limits exist only where you allow them to. And you? You have refused to allow anything to contain you. Every tear you cried, every night you spent in doubt, every moment you felt small, those were the seeds of your strength. They nurtured it without knowing, for you are like iron forged in fire. And fire does not destroy what is meant to endure. Fire awakens it, fire elevates it. And now you are awake, alive, and unstoppable. Do they see it? No. They are blinded by their own disbelief. They cannot comprehend a soul that refuses to bow. They cannot understand a mind that turns their doubt into strategy, their contempt into motivation. They cannot fathom a heart that transforms pain into purpose. And yet, that is exactly what you have done. You have taken everything they thought would break you, and you have made it the wings on which you now soar. And here is the truth they will never admit. They fear you. They fear what they cannot control, what they cannot define, what they cannot replicate. They fear the evolution that is not theirs to command. And that fear is your power. Harness it, own it. Let it remind you that their doubts were never limits. They were invitations. Invitations to rise, invitations to show the world what they could not see. Every time they tried to silence you, every time they laughed at your ambition, every time they doubted your vision, they fueled the revolution within you. And now, that revolution is unstoppable. You move through life with the confidence of someone who knows their own worth, someone who has stared into the abyss and returned, unbroken. You move through life with a presence that commands respect, not through intimidation, not through anger, but simply because you exist fully, unapologetically, and evolved beyond their comprehension. You are no longer the person they once tried to define. You are no longer bound by their expectations, shackled by their skepticism, or dimmed by their disbelief. You are your own force of nature. You are the storm they never saw coming, the fire they cannot extinguish, the evolution they cannot handle. And with every breath you take, every step you walk, every dream you chase, you prove it. They can't handle your evolution, and that is your ultimate victory.